Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 675 of the Daily 180, and we're continuing to talk about some insights from Aniela Gregorek. I think I'm saying that correctly. As we work our way through Tribe of Mentors. In this one, she says, the most helpful practice for me when I feel unfocused is to go for a walk in nature. Uh, I'm not sure whether the nature piece or the walk piece is the one that is the most powerful for her. She talks in her interview and in her response about how being around water makes it very easy to get someplace where she can just listen to the waves and it can be calming and all those kinds of things. Some of us don't have that benefit. I live in a desert. So the opportunity for me to be close to water on a daily basis, especially a large body of water that might have waves and all those kinds of things, yet not happening. We got to go someplace to make that happen. And when it does, those bodies of water are generally stagnant in many cases. So they just make for more mosquitoes. But going for a walk, and this idea of going for a walk in nature is one that I've been seeing it a lot, and maybe you have too. After the pandemic, one of the things that started to happen is I started to walk more. In fact, the year that the pandemic hit and we had our lockdown, I decided that I would take a challenge, and in 4 months, I walked over 180 miles. Now, that may not sound like a lot. I know it's not a record by any stretch of the imagination, but I was still holding down a job. I was still going to school. So there were a lot of things going on, but I was still able to get those walks in. And for me, walking around our neighborhood was sufficient. We have a lot of my neighbors that have some trees. A lot of my neighbors are very into gardening. I'm very grateful for that. I am not into gardening, but my neighbors are. So there were flowers to see. There were different kinds, and I have to admit that after going for those walks, I very rarely was feeling as stressed as I was when I started the walk. It became a part of my daily practice. It's a part that I'm trying to keep in place as I start a new job because it does take a little bit of time. But I think when we all stop and take a look at it, the time that it takes to go for the walk, to calm ourselves down, to clear our thinking, and to be able to refocus on challenges that we need to solve is probably worth every second. I guess the takeaway for today is take a few minutes, go for a walk, even if it's a short one. Go for a walk, especially if you find yourself feeling stressed. If this has been a useful video for you, give us a thumbs up, give us some comments, and share it. Share it as widely as you possibly can. In the meantime, as I always say, hit the button to subscribe, hit the bell to be reminded. This has been the Daily 180. My name is Todd Wente. Nullum diem. We'll see you next time.